Hi, this is Joe with J. Alexander Roofing. I'm here today performing a video inspection of the roof. I'm not going to shoot this video on every single roof because that would just be a lot of footage to capture and upload and all that kind of stuff. All of these roofs are essentially the same year. I'm sure the same people put it on, same quality workmanship, all that kind of stuff. I am finding this would be one of the leading concerns. This is pretty typical when we come through roofs this size. Got another one poking through here, just all the way through. And these are widespread, so they're kind of everywhere. I'm not showing you these to like put fear in you. There's another one poking through right there. So that's 3 in like, a 5x5 radius that I find out. What happens when people come through and do these roofs, they don't take the proper precautions. So did they tear it off down to the deck and inspect all the wood? Did they, were they thorough about all that kind of stuff? Make sure you got good wood. And then did they re-nail it all? So re-nailing it all is very imperative. Freezing and thawing, these roofs and these structures, the whole house really in Ohio, tend to move a lot. And you get these nail pops. So that's one thing we're big about. We strip the entire roof down to the deck, we inspect all the wood, and then we do re-nail the entire deck with ring shank nails, just so we get a really good surface to start our new roofing system with. And then it's a good day to look at this roof because you can see all the shiny stuff coming through it. That's the fiberglass mass. So I tell people that's a leading indicator that the roofs are getting worn out. And once again, you guys didn't let it go so far that you're in dire straits yet, but the shingles are starting to get worn, and we are starting to see the fiberglass mat come through. And then these shingles themselves, you're starting to get some horizontal creasing or cracking as well. So this isn't wind damage or anything like that. That's just textbook asphalt failure. They're just starting to get worn out in our climate. The shingle granulars erode, and then the tar starts to dry out, and they break down like they are, kind of like our roads too. You see all these asphalt roads start to crack, horizontal or vertical cracking. That's what we're dealing with right now on this roof. We've got adequate ventilation across here. We have ridge vent everywhere. We mixed it with power vents. We'll talk about that. Some people really love the idea of having power vents in there. They suck the air out. They do work, but also recommendation by most manufacturers, especially Owens Corning, which we'd be using, is not to mix power vents with ridge vents because they can just circulate the air back and forth to each other. So we'll talk about that in greater depth, but we might just want to go straight ridge vent here unless the power vents are really necessary. We deem necessary. You can see the shininess coming through up here as well. Sometimes it's hard for my camera to catch it. And on this slope as well, we got a lot of the horizontal cracking. Once again, beginning stages of asphalt failure. Chimneys seem to be in good shape. There's been new vinyl siding applied to them at some point, and I do like the fact that there are diversion saddles behind it, or just crickets behind it. That way, the water's got to go somewhere. We can control it with these on there. Your caps have not been replaced; they've been coated. We might just want to entertain throwing a new coat of paint on those or something, because that's definitely something you don't want to. You want to lose a battle with that. If you start rusting out and leaking on those, it's going to affect your entire chimney. These pipes coming through would stay. Collars, gaskets, flashings, everything else get replaced around it. Ice and water barrier goes in the eaves. Ice and water barrier goes in the valleys. Around the penetrations, we get no ice and water. These things need painted. We can leave them unless you guys want to consult an HVAC guy, but we'll paint all those with Rust-Oleum. And it's just going to help maintain it. But they are in decent enough shape. We'll paint all the metal boots. We can paint the plastic boots for you as well to make them look better. And then front of the roof, very simple. Decking seems to be in good shape. Looks like we might have a firewall going down the middle. That's that bump that I'm seeing in the middle. I'm not concerned about much of that, and we do a thorough deck inspection anyway. But these are the kind of things that I am seeing as I look around here. You got these nail pops. They're kind of everywhere. A couple of the roofs I've already looked at are like that, but not a big deal. Once again, if we tear it all off, we're going to get down to a solid deck by re-nailing it all. Joe with J. Alexander Roofing performing a video inspection. That should pretty much do it.